Hello, Brian from Midnight Gaming Emporium. Tonight I'm going to continue the little Phantasy Star trip with Phantasy Star 2 on the Sega Genesis. I got this right after it came out, about, I don't know, might have been a month after I completed the first Phantasy Star. So, the original story was fresh in my mind. So it really kind of helped out when I got into this. Kind of has a pretty long intro, which really isn't all that great, but I'll let most of it run. Then I'm going to get into the game. But unfortunately, this is the second recording of this, so any little surprises and tidbits I forgot about aren't going to be surprises anymore, because my video capture card had a update, and when I updated it, it kind of screwed up the mic, and I had to like reconfigure my microphone. For whatever reason, it had like a robotic reverberation echo effect in it, which was just really weird. Who knows, maybe I'll just keep that video and upload it as like a blooper thing someday. This game is nowhere near size-wise that Phantasy Star was. And when I mean size, I mean by landscape-wise. But it makes up for it in grinding. My god, there is so much grinding in this game for levels. It just grinds on and on. And unfortunately, with how long the video is going to be, there won't be any dungeons in this. So I'm just gonna say gone, or the first person's perspective dungeons. It's more of the classic Final Fantasy style dungeons. Alright, let's get started. Start. Yes. Well, I know I can't put 5 letters in, so I'm just gonna have to... I'll just do... because it can only go 4 letters, so I'll just put that in. And if you don't know who this girl is, you may want to go watch my video from last week, because I'm not going to tell you. You got to find that out all on your own. Seriously, if you want to know, go watch it. Quit being lazy and expect me to tell you, because it's not going to happen. What could Mother Brain be planning? Oh no. Could yet another Mother Brain be going bad in a video game? That couldn't possibly happen. I mean, it's only happened like 8 other times. How could it possibly change in this? And here you learn the basic how it starts out. Unlike the first game, which was all about revenge, this has a lot more intricate of a plot to it. Could be good, could be bad. That you'll have to figure out on your own. I enjoyed it. I always felt the Phantasy Star series was super underrated. Also, this year in Japan is the Sega Mega Drive. The Japanese version of the Genesis turns 30. Congratulations. Hopefully they do something special. Who knows if they will or not. And since this is my second playthrough and nothing unusual comes up, I know certain little things, like one, even though she had to come with me, she doesn't have a weapon, so I have to buy a weapon. No. Equip. And also in this game, gone is your ability to save any time. You now have to come back to data record centers to save. There we go, it's under me. Like the other games, you can talk to the people. The most of them don't really have anything useful to tell you. But unfortunately, it's not like the first one. And you got the standard, this is how you resurrect. But in this game, you aren't actually resurrected. You become a clone of your former self. And there's also no free place to cure injuries like you could in the first game. Everything has to be bought, which increases the amount of grinding. Now we're going into the combat, which is no longer first-person perspective for the dungeons. And, well, once the combat starts, you'll see the big problem. Another weird thing is, you can no longer walk through the trees. Trees are immovable objects that you cannot pass through anymore. So you have to walk around the outside. And don't worry, this little area at the beginning of the game, you will get very familiar with it because it's where you're going to hang out for a long time. And here's the biggest problem with the game. Remember in the first one that had all those cute little, graphics for the background, like trees and shrubs and dirt for you to stand on? Well, they're all gone. Oh, and you also have to put me to actually attack. Because they just don't want her to, apparently. And yeah, it's insane grinding. Like I said, since all the neat little... Well, that was unexpected, just wasn't gonna happen. This video's gonna end up being pretty short. Just because, well, you can thank Hapaj, my capture card maker, for screwing up my microphone on the first recording. Now on the other hand, it is neat that you actually can fight two different types of creatures. There's a lot of questions as to why there was no background put into this. My thing is, I always thought it was probably just to save time in development, that they wanted to get the game out as fast as possible because of how popular Phantasy Star was. So I always looked at it as being a developmental cut. Holy shit. Jesus. Will they attack the other guy? Oh my god. And she's dead. That's amazing. That's absolutely frickin' amazing. Yeah, we'll just attack the same person endlessly. Isn't that amazing how that randomly happens? Yes, I want to bring somebody back to life I don't have. Well now, wasn't that just not exciting and fun? Really don't want to talk about the actual game in case you haven't played it and you want to, which I would suggest definitely doing. That way you can be annoyed like I was just annoyed, but oh well. But anywho, yeah, it's hard to believe. 30 years for the Genesis. Isn't the world a wonderful, boring place? Wow, it's just amazing how long that it's been. 30 years. Just seems like yesterday I was going into Toys R Us to buy my Genesis that came with the amazingly crappy Altered Beast, and also picking up Revenge of Shinobi and Ghouls and Ghosts. Then all the fun had with friends playing the game. Which in all honesty, it was really fun. Going over to a friend's house, playing different games that you got to all hours of the night. Playing multiplayers, single players, having a grand old time with your friends, laughing at how bad they're doing. When you do good, rub it in their face. You know, because that's what made games fun. It had nothing to do with actually any other reason. It was just all about having fun, making fun of your friends, making yourself feel better about yourself. Holy shit. I'm not sure about this. Paralyzed? Yeah, I don't... Oh my god. Both paralyzed? Am I just gonna fucking die here? Oh, thank God. I thought I was gonna die there. That's the thing about RPGs. So much random crap in it. And the weird part is, I don't even know if those things were even technically supposed to be in my area. I don't even know if they were actually my level or not. They gave me hellacious frickin' money and experience, which really makes me wonder if I might have... the system might have glitched and gave me something I wasn't supposed to get. Oh well. Alright, let's just walk out through here. Up the pipe here. Into the next area. Yeah, this is another thing they did. They turned the entire game into like a rat in a maze type situation, where you have to wander around and figure out how to get from one area to the next. By using those stupid little passageways. Uh-oh. I got some froggies. Wow. Well, they're gone. Yay. Wonder if I have a way of healing. Yes, I do. Like I said, it's always a stupid little, like, rat in a maze type setup. It just isn't the world that the original game was. It just doesn't have that same feel, it just doesn't have that same... But this game is driven more by the story and making you want to play that way. Let's see what this guy wants. Okay. You're not allowed to go that way. Yes, sir. I won't go that way. I guess I'll go over here. And I won't be able to go through there either because, you know, you can't go through woods in this game either. Well, don't want to spoil anything, but there's a town just to the south of here. I'm going to go to that town and then I'm going to end the video there. Why? Because it probably sounds like a good place to end it, and probably when you look at the time, probably about that time. And it was. And right here is the town. Ooh. It's almost like I knew it was there. And it looks damaged. Except for the hospital. The hospital's in perfectly good shape. Oh well, this is where I'm going to end this boring video off. Like I said, Phantasy Star 2. Similar to the original, but really different. How do you do that? I don't know. But you can, because that's how it works. There seems to be nothing unusual about the graveyard right there. Oh well. This is it for this week's Sega video. Got more coming. Got more exciting games on the way too. In fact, I got a whole little series coming up. And one last thing. Live stream will be coming more than likely the first Saturday of March, which I think was March 3rd or 4th. Whichever one it is, I forgot to look at the calendar. But I won't be able to do it this month, unfortunately. But Star Fox 2 live stream will be March 3rd or 4th, whichever day is Saturday. It'll be in the evening, and it'll probably go for like maybe 2 hours. Hopefully I can get most of the game done. I don't know. Because I don't know how hard it is, and who knows? It'll be just one of those games that just won't be able to even clear the first stage. Because that happens. Oh well. Brian's from Midnight Gaming Emporium, signing out.